But the other thing we've provided is some instructions for how to create paper pots, which this is a big one. And I've got soil in it. And these will last for quite a few weeks before you need to actually plant them in the ground. Or if you're on a balcony, you can put them in a larger pot. But what I like about this is you can just kind of tear off the bottom and put them in the soil, and you don't have to kind of pull them out of something completely, which can damage the roots and things like that. So this is, I guess, like stage 2. So once you've planted your seeds and put them in a nursery, or grown them up possibly in an egg carton, this is an egg carton container, and you can start to see that the roots are getting, like the roots are really well established and they're wanting to kind of spread their wings a little more. I mean, from this, if you've got a protected environment, you could put these in the ground, but it's still pretty early in the season. You know, we're still in August. So some of you guys might be watching this video in early September. You may want to wait a little longer and let them grow up on a windowsill inside, which is a bit warmer. There's going to be less caterpillars and other things. And the bigger they get, just like people, the stronger they will be. So if you want to create a larger pot, you can do that. Or if you don't have egg cartons, you can make a small little version of this. This is a couple of weeks old, this one. These work quite well, and you can keep this, because it's bigger than an egg carton, it's a lot deeper. You can keep these for a lot longer before they need to be repotted. So I'm going to change the camera and I'm going to create one of these before your very eyes. All right, so I've got a strip of paper here. And depending on what size you want to make, you can just sort of adjust this to anything you want. I've got, like for instance, if you wanted to make one of those small pots, you know, around about this size, you might want to use a little, this is a glass jar that was like a peach juice bottle. I'm going to make a larger one. This is a passata, like a tomato paste, classic tomato paste bottle. So essentially all I'm going to do is take that, and what matters is the amount of paper here, because you're going to need to fold in the bottom. I can't show you on that pot, otherwise soil will go everywhere. But you need enough so that the paper can go to the middle of this jar and a little bit further so it overlaps. So that's about 2/3 of the way across. So that's about right. So I'm going to go just check that. Right, yeah, that's about right. And then I'm going to roll it up. And this bottle is not exactly round, so I'm just making sure that the paper stays kind of even at the top. Not that that matters that much. And then once you've got this, I'm going to take this and I'm going to just fold over that edge and fold it up like that. And then I'm going to fold this edge over the top and up like this and like this. And then I'm going to fold those two edges in and in, and I'm going to give that a really good push like that. So you've got a nice flat edge, and then I'm basically just going to pull this off. And from here, you can do a couple of things. You can just leave it like this and just, I mean, you could just leave it like that, but you can put a staple in here if you want it just to hold together for a bit longer. And staples obviously will just rust in the ground. So there's your pot like that, and it will stick up a little bit. These little bits tend to stick up a bit, but once they've got the soil on them, they'll just sit nice and flat. So don't worry if it doesn't feel particularly stable when you first put it up. The other thing you can do if you want the top edge, if you want to keep it for a bit longer, you want the top edge to be a bit stronger, you can just literally just very quickly roll in this top edge, which gives it a, you know, this is just if you want to keep it in your house on a plate or something for a bit longer, you can just do that. And that is how you make a paper plant pot. And you can make these, you know, if you use thicker paper, or if you use, if you want more layers, you can make these actually quite robust and strong, and they'll last quite a long time. Or you could even, once you've made this basic pot with a base, You can even put some cardboard a cardboard ring around it and paint that or decorate it or whatever. And you can actually make quite a big pot with that and it'll hold together. So that is a really simple way of doing it without needing to go and buy plastic pots, which I try and avoid plastics. The noodle cart is shipped plastic free. It's something that we've just got too much plastic in the world. So this is a really good way to do that with just scrap magazines or newspapers or, bills and envelopes that you get in the post. So if you make a whole bunch of these, please share them. We're going to create a Sunflower September event on Facebook, which will be linked to the Playground Ideas page, a group, sorry, not an event. And I would love it if you guys could share the birth of your little darling seeds and share some progress photos over the next couple of months as they grow. All right, signing off. Really looking forward to seeing all of your progress. All right, bye for now.